What's up, everyone? Welcome to the main issues. I'm Al Taylor, also known as the Act24 on all social media, here with the one, the only, the greatest, the Dragonborn, DJ Williams. How you doing, DJ?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I got a couple of issues that I want to get off my chest.
All right.
Me and my PlayStation 4 Pro, we're going through a rough patch. As you know, as many of you may know, I recently rejoined, re-upped my membership card to the PC Master Race. My hooded robe is in the mail. So, PlayStation just having issues with it because of my monitor. Now that I have high refresh, low response time monitor, I can't get as good as an image as I had on my 4K TV I was using as my monitor before.
Oh, dang.
Because of stupid reasons. Because the PlayStation 4 Pro, the whole thing with the Pro and the Xbox One X, they boast that they could do 4K. That's the whole thing. So PlayStation 4 Pro has where you can do 4K or you could do 1080p. So you could do 2160p, which would be 4K, and you can do 1080p. Nothing in between. I got a 1440p monitor.
Oh, wow.
What? That's like,
yeah, but I didn't know that was usually it's 1080p or 4K. I didn't.
For TVs, you can't. There, as far as I know, there is no television that is 1440p.
So this is just like the gaming monitor thing.
Yeah, this is a PC monitor thing. And, you know, I'd be fine with that if the 4K stuff that... Actually, I take that back. I'm not even going to finish what I was saying about that. Xbox One X can do it. It can output to 1440p. Pretty much it can output to, I believe, whatever resolution monitor you hook it up to. Anywhere between, like, I think, like, even as low as 480 to 2160p.
I can't believe you said that on here. We are going to lose our Sony sponsorship now. I can't believe you.
Yeah, because I'm a Sony pony. I'm all about the PS4.
Just sacrifice our funds, our bag, our earnings, our bread, our yams, all that stuff. You just sacrifice all of that.
Yeah, but it really pissed me off because it's like I can't get it to a resolution that looks as good as the monitor can show. Because 1440p looks closer to 4K than it does 1080p.
Oh, okay.
It's that sweet spot for like PC gaming right now. Most people still game at 1080p. And then when you go up to, higher tier PCs, then people are mostly gaming at 1440p. Like that's the dream scale, because that's where you can get the most resolution. It can look pretty while running great. Now you can do 4K on PC. You can do 4K on PC, yeah. But then you most likely, even at the highest tier graphics cards available, you still lose out on frame rate. Like your frame rate is going to drop. Usually below 60 frames per second, which is the gold standard. for most games. And if you've been playing on console, you've been playing at 30 frames per second.
Oh, okay.
For the most part. Some games on console do go to 60 frames, but it's a small few. Well, actually, in a lot of games, like I would turn it down to 1080p anyway, just to get all the frames, because when you put it at 4K on the console, you usually lose more frames.
Yeah,
especially in a game like the Division 2 and stuff. It looks great, but when you getting that choppiness, it's not worth it.
Problems I have not run into.
yeah, because you playing it on 1080p on the base console, but and another thing,
and I don't have a 4K TV, so.
Oh yeah, well, so you don't need to.
Yeah.
But you would see some improvements because of super sampling if you had a PS4 Pro. Even if you using it on 1080p
what is
screen.
Super sampling?
Super sampling is where it takes it pretty much takes the 1080p image and it sharpens it up. Like it'll use the extra processing power that the PS4 Pro has to put into making the image of a higher quality. So you're playing at a higher quality 1080p than you could on the other console. And I'm not sure if it's using like downscaling to do that. So what it may be doing is downscaling the 4K image to do that. But then at the same time, I don't think it would be, because that's using extra horsepower for no reason, and you could lose performance for that. I had to look into that.
For
with
the record,
super sampling.
I know what super sampling is. I was doing that for y'all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. You know what checkerboarding is?
Man, no.
Okay, so checkerboarding is how the PS4 Pro gets that 4K image. It's not actually natively doing 4K. The Xbox One X does with most games. I think some games it does.
Really take another jab at Sony?
Yeah. Let me talk for a minute, because I'm going to get there.
Go ahead.
Because I actually prefer this method better. So, it outputs it's processing at 1440p. But it uses checkerboarding to upscale it to 4K. And what checkerboarding does is it's actively processing the image and blowing it up while filling in all the spaces. Like it's filling in,
like a checkerboard.
Yeah, it's filling in the pixel spaces with more information. It's not just stretching the pixels, which makes it soft. So it is very effective. It looks a lot like a 4K image. It's close enough to say that it's 4K. Say that it's 2160p rather than 1440p. And at the same time, you get that processing power. You're not wasting it on a higher resolution, technically, because it's just blowing up that other image. It's just doing a really good job of doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of like on the Xbox One X, when you play in 4K, when you're putting out that higher resolution image, you're taking a performance hit. But also the Xbox One X has that extra horsepower to do that as well. It's like
for the record, we don't have any real Sony sponsorship. I'm just joking around, but
it's like it's like 10% better. Or it can be with optimization. But it all comes down to how the game is optimized. And oftentimes, it's optimized better on PS4. even though it may look better on the Xbox One X. I talked about that before. But yeah, that's my major gripe with it. that was a long, went really, really techie with that.
Yeah, you did.
But anyway, what else you got going on?
Oh, I was gonna ask you what you thought about the I think it's pronounced Kakarot or Carcassol, the cat I showed you. Because I mentioned it in the last episode.
Oh,
it had a weird cry.
Caracol or something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was like, I need one of those. Like I was, because I like ocelots, and when I seen that, I was like, that might change my ocelot dream to wanting one of those.
That cry alone did it for me.
It's like, I can't even.
No, you can't. You see what I meant when I said it sounds kind of mechanical almost? Yeah.
It's like a whine of an electrical motor. It's like an electric toothbrush or something like that. That's kind of like how it sounds. That's very interesting. And it has like cool. It looked like a Pokemon.
Yeah, it does. It does like a Pokemon. There's a lot of animals like that, but that is definitely one of the Pokemon looking type animals.
I had never seen that before, because it's obviously a feline, but it's like fox-eared, or it's long-eared, like really long-eared.
Yeah, and it has like the little extra fur sticking off the middle of the ears, which is supposed to help it sense wind direction.
Nah, it's for electrical powers. I already see. You can't tell me that thing got some electrical powers, man. That's a Pikachu, a Kakarot.
Speaking of Pokemon and powers,
all right,
you watch My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
How far'd you get?
I finally I watched through season 1.
Oh, I'm surprised you made it that far.
Here's why.
Did you try my 3-episode thing? Like, you were just going to give it 3 episodes, and if you wasn't feeling it, you were going to stop?
I did your 3-episode thing, and I felt like that wasn't fair to the show. Or I felt like...
Yeah, the show is pretty slow. I will say that. The show does have a very slow build-up in the beginning. Spoiler alert, the kid don't even get his powers for episode 5 or something.
Yeah. What season they on?
I don't even know. I'm behind.
I think they on 4. I think
because anime don't have traditional seasons like American shows do. They'll claim it's season 2, but there was no break in between, so they do stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I think this is on season 4, and it started in 2000. It's airing now.
Yeah, it is airing right now.
And started in 2016, so yeah, they pretty much been coming out every year. And what was I gonna say? Well, I asked you to watch a couple of things. Yeah. I asked you to watch a couple movies, and I took that in mind. I'm like, if I'm gonna give him homework to watch 2 movies, I should give this show about the same amount of time.
Well, great, but Fireflies is only 1:30, so it's just basically 3 episodes.
Yeah, but it's
3 or 4 episodes. Yeah.
3. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but you also watched In This Corner of the World too, right? Or you did?
Kind of.
Did not. Oh. Okay.
I wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
I wasn't feeling it. I tried. I made it like 40 minutes in, and I was just like, I'm turning this off.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't for me. But I didn't particularly care for the art style. But I would never say...
I didn't either at first.
Right, and I don't want to say... I would never say, at least not on purpose, I would never say that someone's art style is ugly.
Yeah.
I don't want to put that out there. So, but I didn't like it. Not saying it's ugly, not saying it's trash or anything. For me, it don't work. But then again, I don't like... I'm picky about art styles anyway. Yeah. That's why I don't play... Borderlands. That's why I didn't watch Rick and Morty and I watch it now, and I still can't stand the damn animation. but yeah, so that kind of stuff turned me off. But I wasn't feeling the animation style, but it worked. But they made it work though, so it did bother me after a while. But I still just wasn't feeling it.
Let's backpedal back to My Hero Academia before we jump into that. Okay, so I did your 3-episode thing. I wasn't feeling it. I was like, I'm like, I don't see what he was expecting me to see in this. But then I'm like I said, I asked him to watch 2 movies. Let me at least give this a few more episodes. So I was like, I thought Grave of the Fireflies was 2 hours. I just thought both of the movies were 2 hours. So I was like, I'll give it 8 episodes. And started watching more and still don't really like it. But I see the potential. I see the potential in it. So I'm like, I'll give it a season. It's 13 episode seasons. I'll just finish out the season so that I can say that I experienced like the full arc of the story. Like,
so nobody can say, "Oh no, it don't get good."
Right. Exactly. And there were some things that I liked, and then they would ruin it with some kid stuff. That feels like the argument like you were trying to make before about. That you were making before about people thinking that all anime is for kids. This anime feels to me like it is definitely for kids. I'm not saying that adults can't watch it. It's definitely YA. It's definitely young adult.
Yeah, a lot of more popular animes, especially of this same shonen genre, do tend to. Which they all usually start some 13 to 14-year-olds, but this one is a lot more kiddish than your typical shonens would be. So yeah. I will say that. But go ahead and finish what you were saying before.
Okay. Again, spoilers for season 1 of this show, probably. Okay. So I was trying to be with it. It's like, oh, this kid's a fanboy, and he's gonna, and just from being, in the know about anime and stuff, I know that people are into the show. I see stuff all the time. I see cosplaying all the time. I know he has superpowers. Like, I know he's going to get superpowers some kind of way. Yeah. So I'm like, the whole time I'm like, oh, is he a late bloomer or what's going to happen? And then when All Might shows up, and before they actually really show like a reveal of him, it shows it like real quick. You can see that he transforms into All Might. It's like it's a pretty subtle scene. And it's like, oh, so he's not like that all the time. That's just, he's making himself appear that way. And, so I was thinking like, okay, so if he can change like that, maybe, Midoriya can change like that too, or whatever. And then they got to the like rooftop scene after they saved him, and he changed down, and you could see how he actually looks and stuff. And that's when I kind of started liking the show, because that felt real. Like All Might, the character All Might that he's doing, that's sickening as hell. Like, I can't stand All Might. In the English dub, that's another thing. I watched a lot of the episodes twice. I really went into doing my homework with this. So I watched like the first 2 episodes with the English dub, and that was when I was like, I'm not feeling this show. Maybe I need the original Japanese. Went to watch the sub, and I did like it better. still don't really like it, but I definitely like it better because I feel more in touch with the characters. The characters are, while they're still over the top, they are not over the top like they are in the English dub. And All Might, especially, like, I love in the English dub All Might not as the superhero. I love when he's down, because he does this whole kind of, like, you know, just talking regular, man. Yeah. Like, just talking regular. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is going to be real and
also,
grounded.
I didn't, when I started watching it, it wasn't, they hadn't dubbed it yet. I didn't start watching the dub to probably like around the end of the second or third season. Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah. And it's not jarring to you to go to the dub from...
well, I didn't even know they were dubbing it. I was watching it on Funimation, and I must have clicked the wrong thing. Yeah. And it went to the dub, and I was just like, oh, I didn't know they were even caught up with the dub this far. So I was just, oh, okay. And at the time, Funimation wasn't even offering the sub anymore. So I was just like, I had to hell with it. And you know, I like to multitask when I'm watching stuff. Right. So I can't.
And it's good for that.
I can't read.
And they talk a lot in the show.
Yeah.
They explain a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like they over-explain a lot. And I have to remind myself,
they definitely do.
This is for kids. This is for the kids. That's why they're explaining all this. Anyway, I figured out early on he's going to get his power from All Might. I was really suspecting that. And then when the scene came up where he said he was going to give him the power, and Midoriya starts like breaking down and crying and stuff, and I'm like, it's too much. It's too much. Like, I'm not feeling. Am I supposed to be getting emotional at this scene now? No, I don't know what I'm.
Crybaby. Yeah, that's his thing.
He definitely is.
He grows out of it, and it's great to watch him grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's
you watch them, the class in general, grow up, because they slowly fade, which they kind of do it in the beginning, but it slowly fades from being about Midoriya to about the class. Granted, he still gets predominant, screen time, but they focus a lot more on the class as a whole.
Yeah, but I liked his training and stuff. Seeing him like level up. That I was like, okay, I can get with this. I like the overall message of the show about like overcoming adversity, like kind of you can be a hero type of mentality, because that's why he offers him power in the first place, because he tried to be a hero even though he did not have superpowers.
Yep, that's what got him the powers in the first place.
Yeah.
Man had heart.
Yeah, so it's good. It's kind of like it's like Shazam in a sense. It's just like Shazam. What else? Again, yeah, the over-explaining stuff when stuff happens, it's like, if you would have just moved on to the next thing, I would have been totally fine. But you had to give me that completely unnecessary scene with this inner monologue. I can't stand that much inner monologue.
Now that you mention it, they probably do that on purpose. And it's probably less about the kids and more about not catching up with the manga. Because Dragon Ball Z used to do the same thing with the powering up. It's on purpose. The creator admitted that they do it on purpose.
For filler.
To fill time. Because they don't, in the comics, you flip the next page, he's transformed. It is what it is. They do it for time. Yeah. Because
I remember those days.
And I always hated that. I thought it was dumb, but two animes made me appreciate, well, I ain't gonna say appreciate, but kind of not worry so much about the filler antics. And that was Attack on Titan and Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, okay. The original Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, the reason that did, because on Attack on Titan, they didn't do stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And by the time the first season of the show ended, they were caught up with the manga. So what they had to do was not make the anime for about 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
And let the manga keep going. Because manga only comes out once a month. I couldn't stand that crap because the first season you ever seen Attack on Titan? No. First season was great. Yeah. So to have to wait 5 or 6 years for the next one, annoying as hell. This is before they even English dubbed it, and you had to wait. So, and Full Metal Alchemist did something similar, but when they caught up, they just went their own way. It's like, oh, we'll make up the story as we go. Okay. Trash. Well, it was, I ain't gonna say it was trash. The story ended up being okay, but it had absolutely nothing to do with the direction that the manga went. So Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood follows the manga exactly. Right. Way more intricate story, way better story. Yeah. And again, completely different directions, but nonetheless, knowing the story behind those two, I don't worry about the little antics so much anymore. Yeah. They're still annoying, but now I understand what would happen if not, because I'd much rather see the foolishness than wait 5 or 6 years for a second season.
Yeah, but my thing my thing with My Hero is it's usually short stuff. It's usually short stuff that's bothering me. Like, it doesn't seem like they're trying to waste time to me. It feels like they think it's necessary. I don't know, but it's like when he's in class and the first day of school, when, after the exam, the whole exam thing, didn't care for that episode at all. It was too extremely predictive. It's like you got the big monster, the big robot thing that's worth 0 points that should be avoided. Like, he gonna come across it, he gonna have to fight the thing. Duh. And that's what's ultimately going to get him into school, because he got 0 points. He's not going to fail. It's going to be some bullshit where, you actually get more points than everybody else for that. Yeah, which I'm glad they didn't put him like at the top of the list. He barely made it for that. Yeah, like he still barely made it. Yeah, because like what saved him was you get points for saving other students. Yeah. And him beating that big old robot got him a bunch of points. So yeah. So I think that that's what. Yeah. Well, not him rescuing the student was what got him the points. Yeah. Like beating the robot was still anything. 0. Yeah. But just because she just happened to be in a line of fire. Right. But so on the first day of school, the teacher Izawa, he is Eraserhead. Huh? Eraser. Yeah, Eraserhead. Yeah. And he had to throw a ball and spent all that time like getting ready to throw the ball. It's like, okay. It's like, what is he gonna do? Explaining all that. I was kind of into that scene. And I was like, ooh, what is he gonna do? And then I saw him like readjust his hand, and I'm like, oh, if he just used his finger with the one for all, then he can just do it like that. Like he could just break his finger. It's like, oh, okay, cool. He's gonna do that. And then he did it. And it's like, oh, okay, that was a cool scene. I like that. But then All Might is looking from around the corner, eavesdropping, and then they got to go to him for the inner monologue. Oh, wow, this kid, he used the tip of his finger to use. And me and Tiffany is watching it with me. Yeah, I saw her down there watching it when I came in. Yeah, and we both looked at each other when that scene came up, and we were like, who needed that scene? Yeah, like, who needed that explained to them? Like, it was, you can see his fingertip using the power. Like, it's very well animated in that way. Yep. So, I didn't need to see his reaction and inner monologue about that. But, again, it might be to waste time, like you said. Or for the kids. I guess it's the debate is open, unless we get some cold, hard facts. A few things interested me in watching some dub, and well, actually, most episodes I watched twice. So hearing what they're saying in the Japanese version is interesting to me. That like All Might is All Might, they say it in English. And One for All, they also say in English. And Plus Ultra, which like they say at the end of like every episode. And
also, that's another thing. Do you watch the credits?
Yeah.
Okay, because a lot of people don't know that animes sometimes put stuff after the credits.
Yeah.
Like Rick and Morty does that.
Right.
Yeah, which a girl I dated at the time.
Yeah,
she
had no idea.
Yeah, had no idea at all.
Like, man, that'd be some of the funniest stuff in there.
And they usually like connect some dots that were left hanging, and she was just like, "Oh, that makes so much sense." I was just like, "Yeah, I figured it would." But okay, well, that's all I wanted to ask. And then but I hate that there's some timing about that.
What's that?
Putting stuff after the credits, because My Hero Academia doesn't do it every episode. They do it sometimes.
Oh, not not an after credit scene, but they do a teaser for the next episode.
No. They'll legit put an after credit. They do it again.
No.
They do it
no, I'm saying only sometimes they do that.
Yeah.
But every episode they do a preview for the next episode.
Which you don't need.
Yeah, not really. But I kind of got into like, you know, like I love it when they say Plus Ultra. Yeah. Like especially in the Japanese, like it just sounds so
say it
cool.
In English,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like, do they say Go Beyond?
Yeah, they say
English?
Go Beyond. Oh, I'll do it.
I don't think they say Go Beyond in English. But it's like I still hear it in English. So it's like Go Beyond Plus Ultra. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they be going in.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna be using that for some stuff. I already kind of been using it for stuff. Yeah. I'll just be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it Plus Ultra. Anyway, so, I kind of like it. I think that's the bottom line to it. I don't hate it. It's not something I would have ever watched on my own. And if it wasn't
we know that.
For you, like trying to, you know, have me experience it, if I had tried it and got through those couple episodes, I wouldn't have watched it ever again.
Well, one of the main reasons I like it, which is also why I kind of thought you should at least give it a try, is that when I look at it like, okay, so this is how X-Men would be if everybody didn't hate mutants.
I guess that's true.
Like
that's definitely true.
But you know why?
But you know why they don't hate the heroes?
Because they outnumber them.
Yes. It's
like, 80 to I've 20. Been on Magneto's side since X-Men started. Hey, all this being friends crap ain't working. Start slapping these bugs around.
80-20. 80% of the population has superpowers or quirks. And I kind of like that they call them that, because not everybody's quirk is necessarily like a superpower.
Show the heck ain't.
Like,
I also like that their powers have consequences. You don't usually see that. Their powers have consequences. Yeah. Like how he hurt himself if he goes too far. Yeah. Oh, eventually he controls that too, by the way.
Yeah, I figure.
Yeah, of course. But yeah. I'm surprised. Are you done with your review?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much.
I'm surprised you didn't mention why All Might can. Well, you didn't ask why All Might can transform and Midoriya doesn't.
I just figured he couldn't do it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, their power has a lot of secrets to it.
Yeah.
Some that he's gonna come across that All Might wasn't even aware of. Yeah. So just if you continue to watch, you'll see those. I don't want to spoil it for you or anybody else.
And I probably will continue to watch. Not at the rate that I did. You gotta watch something
until Shield Hero comes back on.
I guess.
I know that was your junk, man. I know.
Yeah.
It was good.
It
was.
Shield Hero was good. And Tiffany is really into Shield Hero. Like, she is missing Shield Hero. I'm surprised I didn't see a lot of cosplay for that.
You know, I follow just about every cosplay I come across, and I hadn't seen.
I saw a. No, not really. Actually,
yeah. I've seen. Well, I can't even say that was from Shield Hero. I was about to say I've seen some girls do the little angel, the the little girl with the wings.
Oh, Philo.
But yeah, Philo. Okay, but it's been so long since I watched it. But yeah, but there's a lot of anime that has girls like that. So I don't know if they're actually trying to be Philo or what.
I've seen a couple Raphtalia.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you'll see.
Yeah.
Right. But any excuse to put some furry ears on.
I haven't seen any Nafumi.
No.
Like, none.
Anybody else at all? Nope.
Yeah.
Even Raphtalia has still just been a little bit. It's been a couple that I've seen.
And usually I don't like action. I consider that an action anime.
Yeah, I would too.
Usually I don't like action anime, but I love that. Like,
right.
I
think you told me they got a genre for that type of anime now because of the whole getting transported to another world type
Isekai.
thing.
Yeah.
Isekai, yeah, okay, yeah. I couldn't remember what it was because I didn't know it had a name until you said so.
Yeah, when it's a character transported to another world, Isekai. And that's whether it's fantasy, well, I guess it's any kind of fantasy world. What I was going to say is whether it's a fantasy world, another dimension, or actually a digital world, like
Sword Art
Online would be an isekai.
Well, for me, we're going to talk about the grave of Fireflies, and I kind of already said I couldn't finish in our corner of the world. So I didn't really have much else to say about it other than I wasn't feeling it. I tried.
But you were feeling Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I could, it was pretty sad, which I was already expecting that. Like I said, I already knew as much about the movie as I could, even though I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I knew it was about World War II. I knew it was father, the little boy and his sister. But yeah, so it was sad. Like it was supposed to be.
I guess.
Yeah, some things in it were, of course, it's little silly things. What, you said you guessed? It wasn't really that sad to you?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like Grave with the Fireflies?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, to each his own.
Yeah, I thought it was completely overrated. Like, this is...
It came out in the 80s.
Yeah,
so
it's been...
I guess just keep that in mind.
Touted as, like, one of the greatest movies of all time. Like, not even just anime that you must see. It's a must-see film.
Yeah, especially
and to see...
How you say his first name? Hitsu Miyake? Well, I know his last name is Mitsu. God dog, now I'm getting tongue-tied. But I know the guy's name. But
man, I can't even remember.
Because I think Grave with the Fireflies is one of a few movies that were made before he actually formed Studio Ghibli. So, but anywho,
like, I wasn't into the characters. I was like, and maybe it was because I saw In This Corner of the World first before I watched that. So I kind of feel like I watched the better version of what that movie is to me, obviously, because you didn't like it. But, to see World War II, the end of World War II at that side in Japan, it's hard to watch. I mean, both movies are like deeply emotional. In This Corner of the World does it in a different way. I feel like they're not forcing me to try to feel something for this child, even though there is something like that there is stuff like that in there. But in Grave of the Fireflies, like, it starts off, you already know that they die. Literally, like, the first...
Yeah, I thought that was strange.
The first phrase is like, this was the day that I died and stuff. It's like, oh, okay, well, they're gonna die. I guess it's gonna be a journey to see how they die. So, and I didn't think the journey was that great. I thought it was. I was kind of angry in the movie the whole time because basically they die, or he dies of his own pride. wartime where things aren't already great, it never would have been great for him to be trying to like live on his own. But in this wartime where everything is highly rationed, there isn't much work, he could not support himself, and he was in a good place with his little sister, and the only thing he had to do was sit down and be humble. And he couldn't do that. I don't know if they said exactly how old he was. I assume he was like 15 or 16.
I don't. You're right. They never say exactly how old he is.
Yeah.
But I didn't take any assumptions about his age at all. But yeah, I definitely was like, man, like, suck it up.
Yeah.
Sit down, shut up.
Suck it up. Yeah, she was being kind of a bee.
She definitely was.
His aunt.
She was being more stank than she probably needed to be. But nonetheless, like, if your alternative was living in that doggone
bomb shelter.
Yeah. Hey. But it was one scene that I was just like, what? I think they were at the beach, and the little sister came up across a dead body, stared at it for like a full minute, and he's like, don't look at that. She already did.
Yeah.
She done got it all. She got an eye full. She done seen it all. It's like, I don't know why that bothered me so much when I saw it.
Tetsu is his name.
Yeah, Tetsu.
That just ran through my head.
And it did kind of like mess with me when the little sister was like, she was having diarrhea.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know till like last year, year before last, that used to be a death sentence.
Yeah.
I learned that from Star Talk Radio. But yeah. So I was just like, ooh.
It didn't bother me at all because I knew it was happening. Like,
I mean, yeah, like, but you don't want to see a little kid die on TV.
I don't, but I didn't care because of the reasons of why it was happening. It's like, this is stupid. Go back to your aunt. I was just mad at Tetsu the whole time. Yeah. Like that was where my head was watching the whole movie. It wasn't like this is an unavoidable situation that you found yourself in, and now there's a very difficult thing that you have to do to overcome it. No, you being an idiot and not thinking about the welfare of your very young little sister. You're supposed to be the adult. You know, they know dad is gone at that point. His mother already died. He knew that from the beginning of the movie. So, step up.
Did they ever find out that their dad died?
Yeah, it was heavily assumed. Like,
well, it was I know the audience kind of figured it's easy as an audience member to figure out, but does he ever actually find out that his dad is dead?
Yeah, because they
I don't recall that part.
He read it in like I want to say it was a newspaper or something. He found out that the ship was attacked or something like that. There was a point where he said that oh, this is why he hasn't been returning my letters. And I believe he came to the conclusion that his dad was dead. I don't think he said that, but it was apparent to me that he came up with that.
But yeah, but it was an alright movie. I don't know, maybe I took too long to see it, so it didn't feel like it lived up to the hype. I can see what everybody got out of it.
I'm saying the same thing as well.
Yeah. But my favorite still could be Princess Mononoke, so it is what it is.
Yeah. But I like heavy dramas like that.
I know you do.
I do. And I felt like in this corner of the world was the better drama to me.
When did that come out?
There was more 2016.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it's 2016 versus
1980.
88. Yeah, 1988. So yeah. But again, You falling asleep to it. So
I didn't fall asleep. I just
you
turned
just
it off.
wasn't in it. You just wasn't into it. What point did you get to? Like, what's the last thing you remember happening?
They were running for shelter to something.
Oh, okay. So you got further than I thought. If they were already going through bombings.
Yeah.
So she got married and moved away, and they were going through an attack. There's a few scenes where they go through attacks, and many scenes. So it's no telling where you were at just from that.
I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I just thought it was it was a nice picture of normal life in those times, watching exactly what the Japanese people were doing in that wartime. And
bombing Pearl Harbor.
Well, and showing how discriminate, like indiscriminate those bombings were.
Yeah, that part. I was just like, ooh, damn, like in the neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the shore is over there.
Like, y'all
what you
just
bombing all this for?
I'm telling you, and this don't look even the slightest bit like no military base. Yeah. Y'all just wilding. But I mean, it is what it is. Can we move on?
Yeah, definitely.
There's a rumor, definitely just a rumor that is it Decree Montgomery? Is that how you say his first name? He played Billy Hargrove in Stranger Things. The bully.
I have no idea.
You didn't watch Stranger Things?
I do, but I just don't know what that guy's name is.
Oh, okay. Well, Billy, his name was Billy in Stranger Things. But anywho, there's a rumor saying that he's set to play Wolverine.
Oh.
But again, there's no confirmation of that. The closest thing that's been said is, Kevin Feige still wants to get Hugh Jackman in, even though Hugh Jackman was like, no, I'm not playing this character again, period. But that was also before Disney got Fox. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure for the right greens, he can, for the right amount of greens, he'll come up off his chair. But, yeah, but if they, it's like, so they're going to use a younger Wolverine. And I really want them to just pick up with X-23. But I understand why they really can't, how they kind of can't, but they need to. I don't want. Anywho, but
I was having a conversation with somebody just this week about the amount of male lead characters kind of changing over to female characters.
Well, it's also what happened in the comics.
Yeah, I know.
Wolverine dies and X-23 takes over the mantle of being a Wolverine. Yeah. So, and they literally set
and it's
that
still
up.
Currently Wolverine, right?
Well, I know Wolverine comes back to life.
Okay.
Again, it's comics. So, with new heated claws.
Okay.
So I don't I don't know exactly where the standpoint is now, but yeah, she was still. Matter of fact, I think she still technically holds the mantle of Wolverine, but he's alive now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he did mention he went undercover on Twitter, I believe. Some YouTube channel does this with actors and stuff all the time. I forgot what channel it is. I want to say it's Wired, but anywho, he was undercover on Twitter. And he mentioned that he would love to play Jason Todd, a.k.a. the Red Hood. So
who would the same?
Yeah, the same actor who played Billy from Stranger Things.
That would be good.
But so yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Yeah.
So that is a thing. But as again, just rumors. And he literally did say the Jason Todd thing, no. But as far as the Wolverine thing, it's just rumors. So we'll see. I don't know. If they do throw another Wolverine in there, he don't need to be that young. So That's crazy. That's Wolverine is.
Is he extremely young?
Wolverine?
No.
Oh, the Billy character?
Yeah.
He's in his 20s.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's like 30.
he
I know the character.
Yeah, I know.
Is in his 20s.
He looks.
He
looks too young to be. Because even if he is supposed to be Wolverine, he still looks too young.
Yeah.
So,
but you know,
but
they
again,
probably make him look younger for the show and stuff. Man.
Well, I was looking this stuff up, I was watching like interviews and stuff with him. He still looks. He still does look pretty young. Right. So, you know,
I don't think I've seen him outside the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I've seen him in anything else.
Also, I finished Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Fantastic.
It was good.
What's the verdict on that? It's good?
If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, it's tolerable. If you playing it as an RPG fan and you're not really a Dragon Ball Z fan, you probably not gonna like it. Yeah, because it was a nice try. Oh, right. If they make a 2, they can definitely improve on some things. But it was all right. It definitely wasn't trash, and it definitely wasn't amazing. Somewhere in the middle, it was all right. So, if you have a few bucks to blow, try it out.
As far as they went, like, what do you even do for a 2? You do Dragon Ball Super?
I guess you would have to. Matter of fact, my nephews was over before I came over here, and they were asking me what about how far the game went, and it stops at Majin Buu, which is where Z stops at.
Right.
And anything past that is where Super starts. So, but they have a season pass that you could buy. So clearly they plan on doing more. So, right. So I'm thinking they might add some stuff from the mini movies Dragon Ball Z has. Or they might go into super stuff. A
Triamite storyline.
Yeah, right. So, which at this point, like I said, I done beat Boo. So anybody from Triamite trying to mess with me is going to get the floor mopped with them.
Yeah.
So, but that's the only thing I can think of they'll do. I did see online that, I tried it afterwards and there's still stuff for you to do. So now you have free reign to play with whoever you want to now. Because before you had to play whoever was, there were intermission moments where like it wasn't really part of the story. You could just go around and do whatever you wanted. So there were plenty of those moments that you didn't actually have to follow the story straight up. And even if you do have to follow the story straight up, there's plenty, like I said, there's plenty of times outside of the main story where you can just fly around, do randomness, side quests and whatnot. So.
Okay.
But, cool. There's still stuff to do afterwards. I read online that you could get Bulma to make a time machine and you could go back and forth to stuff to like, I guess like replay and refight. So I'm still trying to get to that point. I don't know, because it's like side quests literally everywhere now.
Yeah.
So when I figure that out, I will. I'm trying not to look it up online on how to specifically do that.
Yeah.
But my patience is running short.
How did you? Who did you ultimately end up playing as?
Predominantly Goku.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
So I mean, out of all of the characters you played as, like how many characters did you get to play? Just 3?
Let's see, Goku, Gohan, old and young, Piccolo, Vegeta. I think that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. So you play as Vegeta at some point.
Yeah. But yeah, a nice little chunk. Because like the first time you play as Vegeta is when they go to Namek. Because Vegeta's on there just slaughtering what's left of Frieza's men. Mm-hmm. Because that's pretty much him revolting at that point.
Right.
So you play as him during all of that stuff.
Okay. Okay. I was thinking you get to play as Trunks or something.
You do get to play as Trunks. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you do get to play as Trunks.
Oh, okay. So that's another one. All right.
Yeah.
Well. Do you go into the hyperbolic time chamber and train?
No.
Oh, okay. So they just do like a cutscene for that.
Yeah, they did a cutscene for that. Yeah.
I was wondering about that. I was thinking maybe you get to go in there and you can like train up as much as you want.
There's
and,
training like if you go to Castle Corp, there's like a training facility for you.
Oh, okay.
there.
You can turn up the gravity.
No.
What?
No. Yeah, you can't turn up the gravity.
What?
No.
Wait, is there not a portion of the game where you're traveling the Namek in the ship and you turn?
When Goku's traveling the Namek, you're playing as Gohan and Vegeta.
Okay. I don't know why those transitional things seem so important to me. That seems like a missed opportunity, especially when the game is called Kakarot.
Which was what I was saying originally. I was like, they could make this strictly Goku if they wanted to, but for whatever reason, they didn't.
Yeah, because you can go in.
I still say they should change the name. Cause if I'm not completely playing with Goku, it shouldn't be called Kakarot.
Like I know you don't run Snake Way. No. The first time he bites it,
yeah, no.
You don't.
Which if anybody, which almost nobody played, because I still think it's one of the best Dragon Ball Z games there is. Which there's a Dragon Ball Z game called Infinite World, and nobody played it because it came out on PlayStation 2 after PlayStation 3 hadn't been out for like a year. So I just happened to get it on some humbug. But anywho, they have a bunch of little mini games like that. Running on Snake Way is one of them.
Okay.
So I thought it was cool. Like you have to catch the monkey on King Kai's planet.
Yeah, that kind of
all
stuff.
All of that stuff is on Infinite World, but again, no one played that game.
Yeah, but none of that is in.
And that's predominantly a fighting game. It wasn't even a story mode. It wasn't even like an RPG like this was. It just had those elements in it. I guess it was like, well, we having you do this stuff. Let's just do some silly shit. Man, they did. So.
Right. Yeah, but overall, it was pretty. It was bearable for you.
Yes, they give you the opportunity to skip just about every cut scene, so that's good. You can't skip the credits for some stupid reason though. But
I mean,
I hate that.
You might want to.
I don't want to see no credits. I don't care.
I mean, but you want to. You want to give the people who worked on this game the most chance that somebody may see their name up there. I would want my name to be shown in credits if I had worked hard.
I'm not saying they shouldn't have credits, but if I'm able to skip every cutscene and fast forward through every conversation, why I can't skip the credits?
Because everybody wants to skip the credits.
Exactly.
But the credits are important.
The credits are just as important as the game is. And if I can fast forward through the conversations in the game and the cutscenes, I should be able to fast forward through the credits.
Would you accept a Super Smash Brothers shoot 'em up?
I would. That is acceptable. Yes.
And when you shoot the letters, you're in like the Star Fox ship. And
that is acceptable.
That's like the best credit sequence you could do because you have to aim at the names.
You didn't play the latest Smash Bros.
No,
they have a Galaga type thing now.
Oh,
it's like the names are coming to you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then at one point it turns sideways, and then you do the S. I think it's called Super S type, and you do that. So yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it is. But
that's cool. But that game, what were you saying the game is called that you liked on PlayStation 2?
Oh, Dragon Ball Z Infinite World.
Infinite World.
Yeah.
So
no one played it.
I'm wondering. Well, I know supposedly if you can find that game, you'll be able to play it next generation.
Yeah,
on the PlayStation 5.
I've been hearing that boast. So we're going to see what's going to become real and what's going to be marketing BS.
Yeah, so. You can play PlayStation games from PlayStation, the original PlayStation, up until PlayStation 5.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I'm gonna find that game on Amazon and get it for like $2, I'm sure. So
yeah, which I'm kind of happy about. Like I'm wondering, I doubt they're gonna do it where they're gonna definitely want to sell games because I have digital PlayStation 3 games, so hopefully there's no issue just being able to download those and play them because it's a couple of games that I still want to play, like Beyond Good and Evil, which
because
has a sequel.
So much about that game, and I've never played it.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like one of the best games. Like it's a really good game apparently, and I played some of it on the PlayStation 3, but can't keep the thing hooked up forever. I'm not playing the PlayStation 3 like that.
Right.
But yeah, I'm hoping to play that before the sequel comes out. And speaking about PS5 and Xbox One X, there's this whole thing going on with the coronavirus in China. So now people seem to be starting to care in the US, including me, because I hadn't been following it at all, really, because I'm a horrible person. Like, until it's affecting me in some kind of way.
Wait, how's it affecting you?
Because it could delay the PS5 and the Xbox One X.
I thought they made those in Japan.
Xbox Series X, excuse me.
I thought they made those in Japan.
They do a lot of outsourcing to.
Yeah.
So
classic sweatshop workers in China, huh?
Well, yeah, because there's a whole supply change, and there's a lot of products, especially electronics, that this could affect, because this is the epicenter of this is really in mainland China, where most of production happens, and already what is it, Foxconn or whatever it's called for iPhone production, is saying that they will probably see delays. So it's just rumors right now, but there could be either a delay or a lack of products at launch. So they might not have as many in stock when the system launches. Which, actually, I'm just playing. I don't really care that much about that, because I don't plan on getting it at launch.
Same here.
So it's probably going to be like just those early adopters. I mean, unless they have like some like killer exclusive that they just pull from out of nowhere, because
hadn't heard nothing about anything like that yet. So.
The only thing they put out there is Godfall, which I can't even tell exactly what kind of game that's going to be. Sounds
like Death Stranded all over again.
Yeah. So this looks like it looks like something that may be up your alley. I'm getting kind of Destiny vibes from it. Have you seen it?
No.
It just showed, they just had like a quick trailer. I don't know if they came out with any more images or whatever later, but I hadn't seen any, and I didn't care when I saw it. Like, oh, at least they put the PlayStation 5 down there, because up until then it wasn't clear when the PlayStation 5 was coming. But everybody assumed it's going to be holiday 2020, because Xbox is already set for that.
Right.
Like, you got to come out when your competition comes out or before. Like,
yeah. I was going to say that since we speaking on the coronavirus, kind of.
Yeah.
You kind of tricked me when you was like, you wanted to talk about the coronavirus. I was just like, oh, okay, man, Calvin, that's cool.
Yeah.
Here we are talking about game delays because of coronavirus. But I was going to say that I've been seeing this video going around of people talking about the Lysol cans. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Well, on the Lysol cans, it says it kills 99.9% germs.
Sure.
Coronavirus is on the list on the back. So if you have an old can of Lysol, the coronavirus is listed. Now, a lot of people are like, oh man, so they been had this virus and, no. The coronavirus, yes, has been around.
This is a special kind.
This is a special strain which has been found to be found in bats. which is what the hell they've been eating. So,
yeah.
Well, apparently they eat a lot of animals that most people don't typically eat in general in that area.
You sent me a video,
right?
Them eating the stuff. And not just eating the stuff, but it's barely cooked.
Yeah, they did not even look like.
Yeah,
I know bats are black,
even alive.
Right.
Some of the stuff
I know bats are black, so I figure if you fried one, they would look at least a little crispy. That thing didn't look crispy. And then you put it in some soup, and you eating it.
Yeah,
it's literally sitting his ass in your soup.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like I get it. Every country has their things that they eat, but dude, fucking cook it.
Yeah.
But to each his own. I don't want to sound prejudiced, racist.
Yeah. But it's the Wuhan.
Regionist.
It's the Wuhan.
Coronavirus.
That's right. What it is. That's the special strain that it is.
Yeah. So this whole Lysol video, y'all bugging about. They been knew about this virus. Yes, it's not the same thing. Just like flus have different. Which coronavirus is technically a type of. Is technically like the flu actually.
Yeah.
But the coronavirus that's killing everybody is a different strain than the one we're familiar with. So. Put down the damn Lysol cans. Just read a little bit, people. Jesus.
Yeah. And, like 560 people dead.
Damn, that number jumped up already? Sheesh.
Yeah. And
I heard the doctor who was trying to tell
over
them about that
28,000 people were reported as infected as of last Wednesday. So. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. But like I said before, I hadn't been following it that much. I just came across this story because it came across my regular story stream. And I'm just like, I'm a terrible person. I've known about it. I hadn't even looked into anything.
Yeah,
really.
Well, when I looked into it because of the bat video I sent you, because when everybody was talking about the whole bat thing and stuff on social media,
I didn't even get that out of that.
So right, well, I've been seeing stuff like that ever since then. So I was just like, well, let me look into this. Is this really something that's happening because of the bats? Because I'm like, it's no secret to everybody. Again, different countries eat different things, and China has been known for eating wild stuff for a while. Yeah. So I was like, let me look into this, and there it is, some truth to this whole bat thing. So. This particular strain that's coming on, it has been found in bats primarily before. So, but since I don't know, I guess people were actually cooking bats or weren't really eating bats, so no one was worried about it. But yet here we are.
Isn't it a bat that starts everything in the movie Contagion? Have you ever seen Contagion?
I've seen Contagion, but it was so long ago. I know the lady, the main lady got
Fishburne
sick.
Is in it.
Yeah, I know the main lady got sick from eating at a restaurant in China. Something about the pig, but I guess the pig got bit by a bear or something.
Yeah, I think that's what
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I don't have anything
I think that's what it was. That just flew through my head. Like, and what was I don't even remember what they were saying that the disease was in that. But that'd be crazy if it was that.
Yeah.
There was also a game supposed to be on the Epic Game Store for free. This week,
because you mentioned that to me earlier, and I had no idea that was a thing. So.
Oh, Epic Game Store? Oh, okay. So if you're on PC, even if you're not currently gaming on PC, you may want to make an Epic Game Store account, or if you already play Fortnite, you probably have an Epic Game Store account for that. And they give away free games every week. Usually it's like an indie title or something like that, but a lot of times it's like really good games, and they're free. You can just put them in your cart. You don't have, I mean, not in your cart, but after you buy them, they will just be on your account, and you can play those games as long as you have an Epic Game Store account, and it's free of charge. It's nothing else needed.
Yep.
You don't even have to put in a credit card number. Like you don't have to. All you have to do is sign up for an account and say, "Oh yes, I want this free game here."
And piggybacking off of that, PlayStation Plus does a similar thing. They do one every month, but you have to be a PlayStation Plus member.
Yes,
which is, I think the cheapest is like $10 a month.
Yeah,
technically it's cheaper to buy for the year, but
yeah.
No one, it's like $50 for the year, which if you math that out. But anyway, yeah, you could do $10 a month. So every month PlayStation releases three, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2.
It's usually
free
2,
games,
but sometimes 3, yeah.
Right. Free games. Again, all you have to do is purchase them. They are absolutely free, minus the PlayStation Plus membership. And even if you don't keep your PlayStation Plus membership, they are under your account, period. So unless you delete your PlayStation, what? Now you can't play them.
Okay.
But they won't empty out the games you've already purchased. But you won't have access to them until you pay your PlayStation Plus membership again. So they won't take them out of your account. They'll always be under your account. You just won't be able to play them until you pay your PlayStation Plus membership.
And Xbox also has Xbox Gold, and not just Xbox Gold, but for a little bit more, you can have your Xbox Gold subscription, which would also be for the online. It's your Xbox Live membership payment, basically. But you also get free games every month. And, but if you pay a little more, you can get Xbox Game Pass as well with that. They made that into like one package of, I don't know, Game Pass Ultimate or something like that. Well, I think Game Pass Ultimate, you get Game Pass for the Xbox console and Game Pass on PC, which is a tremendous value. Yeah. Now I forgot where I was going before I talked about the Epic Game Store. Oh, they were supposed to put out a free game that was Pandemic, which was, kind of close to the things that are going on now in real life. So they decided not to offer that game.
Makes sense. I can see that.
Yeah, this week. Yeah, that was thoughtful of them, because they probably would have caught a huge backlash
as soon as the pandemic is over,
though. Yeah, maybe because you assume the contracts are in place. Yeah, which I don't know exactly how these free game things work exactly. I don't know if they pay the developers up to a certain amount to say that we're giving you this much money of potential sales, so you don't have the need to sell the game on this particular platform. And so you already got paid in advance for them. And now everybody, in the service can download them for free.
Right.
But I don't know what the skew is for that. If it's a fair price, or if it's, I don't know if they actually come out better doing it that way than going I guess I could see how overall sales. But a lot of these games I never would have bought.
Yeah, definitely.
Not to say that they are bad games.
Right.
BioShock
is a very popular game, and this month is BioShock Collection.
Yeah,
along with Sims 4. Everybody knows, especially girls, play the hell out some Sims.
Yeah, I like Sims. Yeah,
I mean, I do.
I'm probably not going to play it on the PlayStation. But
I say, out of all the games I like to play, Sims is definitely on that list. But probably never get to it. But if you got it, and I'm over there, I probably play it.
I have been wanting to play BioShock though. For a while.
I think I bought the first BioShock. I didn't like the controls. The game was fine. I didn't have anything against the game. I just didn't care for the controls.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see what everybody liked about it though.
It's supposed to have a really good story. Like,
yeah, the bit that I caught, I was just like, well, damn, what the hell? I did want to find out more about the story, but I just couldn't vibe with them controls.
All right, so everybody remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, anything possible you can do to show that you mess with us, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Plus Ultra!
Plus Ultra!